T-Pain. Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. About to have the parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
'Cause it's just another day.
Now, you know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. The Warriors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Right side, Green. Now the dish to Thompson. Off the pick. Green passes to Ezeli. Nobody near Barnes. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. And guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Aminu with the screen from McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. They get it back. Aminu. Green with the block. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. And the officials call a traveling violation. While McCollum has struggled with injury, he's broken a bone in each. Trailblazers trail by 6. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Here's Curry with the 3. Nicholson grabs the board.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhale right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Well, we played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Outside Curry. Screen by Bogut. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misfires after coming off the pick. Portland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. McCollum off a pick for Nicholson. McCollum kicks to Plumlee. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That one on Thompson. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals.
Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. To the paint. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Plumlee. Plumlee's got 5 now. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. Plumlee with a screen on Thompson. Here's McCollum. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Plumlee with the screen. Clock at 6. McCollum kicks to Nicholson. Here's Plumlee. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
And they're getting to the line.
And a pretty tight look.
Yes, Kevin, thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 18. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Freak, and it's Plumlee in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The Trailblazers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And in terms of team members, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here is Livingston. He's got 6. Outside, Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And that's now 6 points for Draymond Green. Here's Lillard. Oh, he jams it right over Draymond Green. Wow.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Portland grabs the miss. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Iguodala gets the bucket.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Lillard dishes to Nicholson. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Livingston kicks to Green. Thompson sets the pick for Green. The pass to Thompson. Back to Green. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better. And also
making some changes. Plumlee comes in for Davis, and Nicholson subbed in for Damian Lillard. The Warriors also with a sub. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Thompson.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was. For Thompson, it was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Harrison Barnes is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Ezeli in at the 5. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's Henderson on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala, and he gets it to go.
Sometimes that step-back move gives you just enough time and space to gather yourself for a good release.
Outside Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here.
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille...
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Woo, my Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh.